What now? Oh, hello, Aaron.
Hiya, how are you?
How are you? Have a good day off?
Yeah, I had a great day. Do you know what? I had a really interesting day.
Yeah.
I did some research on my family tree.
All right.
Yeah, and I found out I'm related to the inventors of avocado on toast.
Avocado on toast?
Yeah, your favourite.
No, not really.
Yeah, it didn't have gravy on it. Do you know anything about your ancestors?
Very little, really. I can't be bothered to put the effort in.
Do you know what, Tim? I wouldn't mind having a little poke around your family tree. You never know, you might be related to someone who's actually good at football.
All right, thanks.
Tim, you're never going to believe what I found out. I was looking at your family tree, and it turns out that you're actually descended from the Yorkshire royal family.
No way.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, if I've read it correctly, actually, Tim, you're the rightful heir to the throne of Yorkshire.
No. You've got that wrong.
Look. And it follows through, and then you go, Tim, you're the King of Yorkshire. King of Yorkshire. King of Yorkshire. Yeah, we might have gone slightly over the top on that one. But I guess the point that we've got to in our Bible overview kind of allows us to be a little bit over the top. Because you see, and if you remember all the way back in Genesis, God made promises to Abraham. He told him that his family would be God's people, that they would be living in God's place under God's good rule, and that one day all the families of the earth would be blessed through Abraham's family. But if you remember the last few weeks, things haven't gone well at all. In fact, last week we saw how God's people were taken into exile. They were taken away from the special land that they were supposed to live in. It all seemed to have gone completely wrong. Was God going to keep his promises or not? That was the tension we were thinking about last week. Well, this week we get to the New Testament. And the New Testament starts in a really interesting way. See, but in the sketch, I'd been doing some research on my family tree. Now, I hate to break it to you, I'm not actually related to the inventors of avocado on toast. Oh yeah, and Tim's not the King of Yorkshire either. We made that completely up. But it's to make a point. See, it's about tracing our family trees. And the start of the New Testament in the Gospel of Matthew begins with a great big family tree. And it starts with Abraham. Here's how it goes. Abraham was the father of Isaac, who was the father of Jacob, who was the father of Judah, who was the father of Perez, who was the father of Hezron, who was the father of Ram, who was the father of Amminadab, who was the father of Nahshon, who was the father of Salmon, who was the father of Boaz, who was the father of Obed, who was the father of Jesse, who was the father of David. And it carries on. Solomon, Rehoboam, Abijah, Asa, Jehoshaphat, Jehoram, Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, Hezekiah, Manasseh, Amon, Josiah, Jeconiah, Shealtiel, Zerubbabel, Abihud, Eliakim, Azor, Zadok, Achim, Eliud, Eleazar, Mathan, Jacob, and Joseph. And Joseph was married to a girl called Mary. And Mary, as you probably know, had a very special baby. Now, Joseph wasn't actually the father of this baby. He was more like his adopted father. But that meant that this special baby was descended from this long line of people stretching all the way back to Abraham. And this special baby would be the baby through whom all of those promises that God made would come true. You know the name of the baby. It's Jesus. This week we're thinking about the birth of Jesus. Christmas. It's what we celebrate. Now the reason Christmas is such a big deal, the reason we get so excited about it as Christians, is because of what it means. You see, if Jesus hadn't been born, then the Bible would be an incomplete story. Because the promises that God made in the Old Testament, they all come true in Jesus. And so if he wasn't born, then the Bible doesn't make sense. But he was born. The most important birth there ever has and there ever will be. Jesus was born, and in him, all of God's promises that he made to Abraham would come true. One day, through Jesus' life, all of the families of the earth would be blessed through him, through what Jesus would do. Now we're going to see what that's all about next week. But for now, this is why we celebrate Christmas. Because without the birth of Jesus, the Bible would be an incomplete story. It'd be like someone had torn out the back half of your favourite storybook. Except the Bible's not a storybook, is it? And that's the danger. We can think about all these different stories from the Bible and just treat it like any other storybook. But that's not what it is. It's one big story, and it's all about one person. Jesus. And it's about what he came to do. It's about how he came to fulfill all of the promises that God made to Abraham. So when you think about the Bible, don't think about it like a storybook that has nothing to do with you. It's all about Jesus. And Jesus came so that all the families of the earth could be blessed. That was the promise that God had made to Abraham. And that all the families of the earth includes you. And it includes me. Now that's amazing, isn't it? We're going to sing a song now called Glory to God, which takes us through the Christmas story in a great way. And the chorus is Glory to God, glory to God, glory to God in the highest, which is what the angels sang on that first Christmas day. It's nice and easy. The verses are a little bit difficult, but maybe join in with the chorus.